It's been suggested that New Englanders are a hardy bunch. Well, tonight might be the ultimate test. On this night of the second snowstorm of the season, we are at the Centrum in Worcester, Massachusetts, where the second-ranked and 5-0 Connecticut Huskies visit the Crusaders of Holy Cross. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Picozzi, along with Megan Pattison. We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. The UConn Huskies certainly did. They spent it in Hawaii, mixing business with pleasure when they won 3 games in the Wahine Classic. And Megan, the Huskies' best player, really put on a show.
Yeah, Diana Taurasi, MVP of the tournament, certainly was the best player out in Hawaii. Could be the best player at UConn before she's all done. This move here, we'll see her take it to the basket and use her height and her strength against a lot of the smaller guards in this country. But don't forget the long-range threat that Taurasi possesses from downtown. And here, picking up the MVP trophy. You see why Gino calls her Eddie Haskell. This little look here, that says it all. Numbers very impressive. 30 points, though, against Oklahoma in that championship game. And I think the most impressive number for the weekend is that Diana only had 5 turnovers in all 3 games all weekend.
Now, Holy Cross has split its first 4 games. The Crusaders have been to the NCAA tournament 6 times in the last 8 years. And if they're going to get back there in March, there's little mystery as to which player will lead the way.
Yeah, well, 6'2" senior center Katie O'Keefe will have to lead them there. The team has been decimated by injuries. You see her numbers. 14 points, 5 rebounds. She's a preseason All-Patriot League first-team selection. She's going to have to play exceptionally well and hope for some young players to step up tonight.
It will only be the second women's game ever in the 20-year history of the Centrum, and the UConn fans are here in full force. Back with the opening tip after this. Welcome back to Worcester, Massachusetts, and the 13th meeting between UConn and Holy Cross. Let us check out the starting lineups for tonight's game. Gino Auriemma will go with the same crew that he has started in the first 5. Ann Struther was named to the Wahine Classic All-Tournament team, coming off a career-high 16 points in Sunday. Up as a result, Shannon Bush, a freshman, will get her first career start. She had a career-high 10 points in the WBCA Classic consolation game win over Savannah State. Gino Auriemma in his 18th season at UConn, 5-time Coach of the Year in the Big East. And his counterpart this evening is Bill Gibbons in his 18th year at Holy Cross. He's the 5-time Coach of the Year in the Patriot League. And Megan, the Huskies would like to get Nicole Wolf going tonight, coming off a 3.4 rebound effort against Oklahoma. She was 1 for 6 from the floor. She didn't have a terrific stay in Hawaii.
Well, Diana Taurasi came over to me before the game and said, Meg, I want you to know that when Nicole Wolf was in high school, she had 103 temperature, and she had 27 points in a game. Well, today she's got 102.8, so they're hoping for something close to that 27-point output.
Nicole also, the last time she was here was a positive moment. She led her Walpole High School team to the Massachusetts Division II State Championship here last March. Tap controlled by the Huskies, quickly Struther, left side Wolf, and Wolf did not get off to a good start as she loses the handle. And we have a Husky turnover only 5 seconds in.
And she saw Taurasi at the top of the key, wide open. Just didn't get a handle on the ball first.
Holy Cross has only 8 players dressed. We'll get into that as we move along this evening. The injuries to Bill Gibbons' Crusaders are substantial. They are certainly playing short-handed. Huskies starting out man-to-man. O'Keefe given lots of room by Moore. Shot clock at 10. We'll see a lot of that tonight. Left side O'Keefe, baseline jumper over Moore.
Great offense by Holy Cross. Like you said, Bill Gibbons, a terrific coach. They're a well-coached team in terms of running offense. Then they got back on defense. Wolf was short.
Wolf misses the shot. Bill told me that he wants to make UConn play defense on every possession. Holy Cross will play at a very different tempo tonight than the one they're accustomed to.
Well, Holy Cross would rather the shot clock expire for a violation than give up a turnover or a long rebound going the other way. Limit the number of possessions. That's what Holy Cross wants to do.
And with the clock winding down, O'Keefe with a wide open look. Rebound inside off the hands of Mary Rose Campbell. And here comes Struther for the Huskies. 2-0 Holy Cross. Played just a little over a minute. Left side Wolf. Top of the circle Struther. Holy Cross in a 2-3 zone. Struther feeds Moore at the foul line. And Struther, good look down low to Battle, who loses it out of bounds.
It was a good look. It was a little bit too far ahead of Battle. The right idea, just not executed perfectly.
This UConn's first game since returning from Hawaii, winning the Wahine Classic by beating Oklahoma on Sunday in the championship game, and a rematch of the NCAA championship game. We've already seen a rematch of the men's and women's championship games in college basketball this season. Great look down low, and O'Keefe has 4, and UConn is yet to score. Taurasi picks up her dribble. Moore, foul line, down low, battle for 2. Good pass from the 6'3" Moore.
And Moore's got to do that. Catch the ball top of the key, face up, see what she's got.
Now Plasek will walk it up the court. At 5'3", she's being guarded by Taurasi, who is 9 inches taller. O'Keefe calls the play by holding up her left fist. Campbell gives to Plasek. Long 3. Rebound in the lane to Struthers. Second leading rebounder in the Huskies in the first 5 games. Quickly, Taurasi.
Are you kidding?
With a little scissors kick on the jumper.
And she was able to not charge. That time, Plasek, yeah, gotten in position.
Taurasi, the Big East Cove Player of the Week, named on Monday. Pass knocked away by Taurasi into the UConn bench with 14 to shoot for the Crusaders.
Now Struthers snagging another rebound up the court to Taurasi, who pulls up. Plasek was right in her face. Taurasi did a nice job of controlling the body.
Shot clock inside 10 yet again. O'Keefe, this time with more on her. Around the pick, picked up by Battle on the roll to Campbell. Desperation shot as the shot clock is about to expire, and Wolf comes up with the rebound. Quickly, Taurasi finds Struthers for 3. Long rebound is pulled down by Shannon Bush along the baseline. Plasek will walk it up the floor. Holy Cross played in the WBCA Classic at Purdue. Here's Battle, who leads the team in steals, adding to the total. And she has her pocket picked by the 5'3" Plasek. That time, Megan, Plasek's size or lack of turned out to be an asset.
Absolutely. She was right there at eye level with the ball. It's great hands by Plasek.
Campbell to O'Keefe. UConn will trap whenever possible. Plasek with the 3 over Wolf. Rebound down low to Struthers. It's her 3rd. Taurasi, right side Wolf. Feeds the post to Moore, who spins. Misses with the left hand. That's her natural hand. And the rebound on a hop to Plasek.
Yeah, that's a shot Jessica Moore's got to stick.
We've played just over 4 minutes. Each team has scored 4. Bush defended by Wolf. The only matchup where Holy Cross isn't giving up substantial height is at the center with Moore and O'Keefe. We're going to get a whistle and a foul and our first timeout of the evening. 15:40 remaining in the first half, and we're all even in Worcester.
Team captain, Phoenix.
At the Centrum in downtown Worcester, and tied with Holy Cross. 4 minutes in, before the game, Gino Auriemma was honored for his contribution. The man in the middle is Worcester Mayor Tim Murray. To the left of your screen briefly, you got a glimpse of Bill Gibbons, the coach at Holy Cross, and Gino was given the keys to the city of Worcester.
And that was Bill Gibbons' idea. I mean, he just wanted to thank Gino for always coming up and playing Holy Cross year in and year out when a lot of teams won't.
Down low to Moore for the layup, and the Huskies have their first lead of the evening. UConn played Holy Cross at the Hart Center on the Holy Cross campus, only about 10 minutes from here, 3 years ago. And the crowd at that game was the largest in Holy Cross history. And that pretty much fostered the idea to take the next Holy Cross home date in this series to the big arena. Taurasi with the block from behind. Moore tried to lead Taurasi, but threw it too far ahead of her, and will head the other way.
Yeah, Bill Gibbons was saying that was a dream come true for him, that Hart Center would be sold out. And so the next logical thing to do, as you look at him, he's sweating like a pig already, is to come here to the Centrum. I mean, he never thought in his wildest dreams they'd play here.
But the 2 things he didn't count on are, 1, all the injuries to his team, and number 2,
brutal.
the horrendous weather, which has obviously held down the size of the crowd tonight.
But it's still a terrific crowd.
O'Keefe at the foul line has the shot partially blocked from behind, and Struthers with a good hustle to direct it to Taurasi, who then goes back to Struthers. Left side Wolf for 3. In and out it goes. Wolf leads the Huskies in 3-point field goals early in the year with 7. She's hitting at a 63% clip from behind the arc.
That's impressive for a freshman to come in and to shoot that well that early.
Taurasi will give Plasek all the room in the world. Cross-court Campbell. Cross-court again, and here's O'Connor for 3. Liz O'Connor from Wethersfield.
Well, I know Liz was so nervous last year at the Civic Center. Had about 100 people there. Nice and relaxed. She drained it.
Moore takes the feed from Taurasi, misses the jumper. Battle with a good hustle down low for the rebound. She is fouled, and she hits the deck hard.
She's grabbing her left ankle. That's not a good sign.
The foul was called on Shannon Bush as we get another look.
Now, AB had inside position. She went up over. You could see how her left ankle rolled down there when she landed. Her balance was all off.
So she'll come to the sideline where trainer Rosemary Regal will take a look. Substitutions for the Huskies. Maria Conlon and Barbara Turner made their first appearance of the evening, replacing Battle and Wolf. Holy Cross stays in the zone. Actually, it looks like a box and one with a chaser on Taurasi. O'Connor getting the unenviable assignment, and Struther uses the glass.
Well, I'm sure they'll mix it up. Struther did a nice job there. Because if it's a box and one where you got to dribble penetrate and make the defense commit, that time they didn't pick up the ball. Struther did a nice job of banking it home.
Bush defended by Conlon. Tries to beat her on the dribble, instead leaves for O'Keefe. Long jumper over Moore, and O'Keefe has 6 of the Crusaders' 10 points.
O'Keefe doing a fabulous job of bringing Moore away from the basket and hurting her from outside.
Taurasi finds Conlon the cutter. Conlon, good movement without the ball, and Taurasi found her.
Sweet touch by Maria as well to get that ball to drop.
Taurasi 5th in the Big East in assists, had 29 of them entering the ball game.
And that's the right play by Conlon. Get into the middle of the zone.
O'Keefe tries to beat Moore off the dribble, doubled by Struther. And Struther, I believe, will be whistled for the foul from the other side. Indeed it is. First foul of the night on the Huskies, called by Jack Reardon, who's working the ball game tonight with John Palermo and Kathy Lynch.
Now, what's interesting about how well Katie O'Keefe is playing, you know, she wasn't even recruited by Holy Cross. She found out about the school on the internet and contacted them. She's from New Hampshire, and UNH didn't think that she was really a player worth recruiting, and sure enough here, she's taking it to the Huskies and having a terrific career.
Making her 96th consecutive start tonight. She started every game in her career here at Holy Cross. Preseason All-Patriot League selection last year as a junior, first-team All-Conference. Taurasi gives them Moore up high, so the Crusaders hanging right in here. 8 minutes in, and we're tied at 10. High post Moore faces the hoop, finds Struther on the right, and she'll be called for the travel. Struther, the good news is against Oklahoma, had 16 points. The bad news, Megan, is she had 9 turnovers. That's tied for the most by a Big East player early this season.
Yeah, you know, you want to say young freshman mistakes. A lot of them are aggressive. There was an aggressive mistake, and as Holy Cross turns it over the same way, traveling by Plasek.
Plasek is a freshman as well. Bill Gibbons also honored before the game tonight. His last win against Savannah State last Friday, the 358th of his career. That's one more than George Blaney, the winningest coach in Holy Cross men's history. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Crusaders, and the relationship between George Blaney and Bill Gibbons is an extensive one. Bill was an assistant for George on the Holy Cross men's basketball coaching staff before becoming the women's coach here. Of course, George now an assistant for Jim Calhoun at UConn. Off the inbound, Struther kisses one off the glass.
The key against the zone, that time you saw Struther take it to the basket. You got to be aggressive against the zone. The reason they play a zone is because they can't guard you man-to-man.
Good step in defensively for Turner for the steal, and here comes the Huskies with the ball up 2. Turner, great ball movement. Conlon for 3. Long rebound. Last touch by Struther. And Ashley Valley making an unusually early appearance with 11:30 to go in the half. Timeout, UConn by a pair.
In Yahoo.
During the timeout, UConn trainer Rosemary Regal taping that for Husky sophomore Ashley Battle. So we'll see if Ashley will be able to return to the lineup. Of course, Ashley has had an injury-riddled career here at UConn. In her freshman year, played 5 games and suffered a season-ending elbow injury and was awarded a medical red shirt. So this is her second year.
And she said that's the best advice she's ever received.
So has 2 more years of eligibility after this one.
Yeah, both she and Jessica Moore. So that's a huge advantage for the Huskies.
Yeah, Moore was the first ever non-medical redshirt under Gina Oriana. Taurasi with the block, but Kathy Lynch will
That's a late call.
whistle Taurasi for her first foul of the evening, and that's number 2 on the Huskies.
You know, that's a tough call. I like Kathy Lynch. I'm not sure about this. She's way up top. There's a lot of bumping going on there, but there her hands are straight up. You can see what she thinks.
Obviously agrees with the call, doesn't she? Taurasi with 5 block shots is tied with Struther for the team lead early in the season. O'Keefe misses the first free throw. Bill Gibbons, a big fan, needless to say, of O'Keefe. He said, she started every game here. That's not easy to do in a program which wins as much as we do. She's blossomed better than I ever imagined. She's the kind of kid you would love your son to marry.
Whoa. Those are high words coming from a man who's got 2 sons.
Left side, Taurasi misses the 3, and O'Keefe there for the rebound. O'Keefe wearing a brace on her right knee. This is Bush who will walk it across, run the offense at least for this possession. Tries to go by Conlon and is bumped as she does. That will be foul number 1 on Conlon and 3 on the Huskies.
Now that would be a freshman in Shannon Bush who just used Maria Conlon.
Shannon Bush is the leading scorer in Central Bucks East High School history in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And the previous record holder was my partner, Megan Pattison.
What are the chances of this happening?
Now, Shannon had a great career, and we don't mean to take anything away from her, but she played 4 years on the varsity and breaking the record, and you only got 3 years in because freshmen weren't able to play varsity.
They have a great new rule these days where if they call it a super frosh, if you're good enough to play on the varsity level that you have to start, you can play up. So Shannon was able to do that, and kudos to her, and did a great job with the high school team. They have a new coach, and they've done some great things in recent years.
Don't tell me you weren't a super freshman either.
I was a dork.
Moore off the nice feed from Conlon. So the Huskies very patiently attacking the Crusaders zone on that possession. But Holy Cross more than hanging in there. We're halfway through the opening half. And Holy Cross trails the number 2 team in the country by only 2.
You know, one thing I think about this Connecticut team, their youth, in that Wright State game, they came in and didn't start strong. NC State, they started very strong. I think they have a tendency early to play to their level of competition.
Happened in the Hawaii game also. O'Connor with the right side jumper to tie it. O'Connor plays a huge role on this Crusaders team this year, as opposed to the bit role that she played last year as a junior. Feed into the post. Knocked away. Last touch by the Crusaders with 17 to shoot for UConn. And Bush is replaced by another freshman, Jessica Conti, out of Scarsdale, New York. And our first look of the evening at Wilnette Crockett, who enters for UConn. Ashley Valley departs, so Gina Auriemma now will go with a 2-guard look. Conlon, around the screen comes Taurasi, and she's bumped as she does.
Well, the thing to remember, Bob, no matter, it doesn't matter who's healthy for Holy Cross or who's playing. They are always a pain in the neck to play against, especially up here. That guy just coaches his brains out. First foul on O'Connor, 2 on the Crusaders. Taurasi finds Moore down low, but she missed the shot. Look at Crockett for the rebound. Can't get it to go, but she'll draw a foul.
And Megan, the one thing the Crusaders cannot afford is to get into foul trouble, because they have only 8 players dressed tonight, and one of them is in her Holy Cross uniform for the first time ever. She's actually a volleyball player. There's the walking wounded there. That's Maggie Fontana to the left in that lavender shirt.
Yep.
Next to her,
Lisa Andrews.
Lisa Andrews. Now they'll be back. They both suffered sprained ankles in the last game.
Right. Becky Flynn there.
Becky Flynn in the black.
ACL.
They hope to get her back. Flynn maybe in the second semester, after undergoing knee surgery last summer. And then all the way to the right, next to Becky Flynn, was Kristen Popovits. She suffered a torn ACL in the preseason, and she'll miss all of this season. So that's 1/3 their team on the bench.
Yep, and then in that Savannah State game, both those ankles were twisted, and here we are.
Long pass too far. Fitzgerald trying to find O'Connor. And returning to the lineup is Mary Rose Campbell. And Fitzgerald will come right back to the bench.
Gibbons absolutely has to do a terrific job of subbing his players in and out just to keep them fresh. But, you know, playing zone does help. But whoever is following Taurasi, whenever they do go box and one, is going to really need a blow.
Struther feeds more down low. Might not have been a good idea. She was doubled. Held ball is called. Possession arrow pointing toward the Crusaders with just under 9 minutes remaining in the half. UConn will be right back at it Sunday afternoon at the Civic Center with the first ever meeting against USC, 2-time national champion women of Troy. Left side shot is good by O'Connor. And it's the first 3 of the evening for the Crusaders. So a 2-point Holy Cross lead with 8:46 remaining in the first half.
O'Connor she only had 4 threes coming into the game. She's already got 2.
She is second in the Patriot League in 3-point shooting percentage, was knocking them down at 40% entering the ball game. Good look into the lane to Crockett, but she hits the underside of the rim. Jessica Moore controls the rebound. Taurasi drop step drive, got it. Oh.
that is a sick move.
4 points for Taurasi. Bush pull-up jumper over Crockett. Conlon all alone for the rebound. Might have been the first time tonight we saw Holy Cross be a little bit impatient and quick with the trigger. Taurasi, another drop step. Shoots with the left hand. Offensive foul. Her second. And number 4 on UConn.
Well, I think she's trying to take matters into her own hands, and she's got herself her second foul.
Timeout, 7:57 remaining in the first half. The charge on Taurasi. The Huskies are tied. Now that is what you call a dilemma, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. But
split loyalty. Root for the team that has the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned after the game as over 200 rock and roll legends reunite to recapture the spirit of rock and roll and doo-wop. Rock, Rhythm, and Doo-Wop, hosted by Frankie Valli, right here on CPTV following tonight's game. You got nothing else to do. It's snowing. You're not going anywhere. Rock, Rhythm, and Doo-Wop.
Well, that sounds like a VCR alert for me, since I won't be able to get home in time to watch it live. There's the shooting percentage in the early going. Playsick misses the 3. Rebound on a hop to Taurasi.
Well, Taurasi staying in with 2 fouls.
Left side Conlon. The Huskies don't exactly have a cushion with her out there.
This is where it's a good position for her in this game to learn and be smart.
Conlon buries the 3 from the top of the circle. For Maria, her 4th 3-pointer of the season. She's got 5 points off the bench tonight. Struther with the steal. UConn by 3, and the Crusaders take it right back as Campbell picks up the errant UConn pass at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, Struther again trying to thread the needle instead of just making the easy pass.
UConn has won 44 straight games. 3rd longest winning streak in women's basketball history. 2 shy of Tennessee's 46-game streak. Good hustle by Turner, who touched it last. 7 to shoot for the Crusaders. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout at the 6:42 mark with UConn leading by 3. The Huskies ran the table last year, going 39-0. 5-0 this year adds up to 44. A win tonight if they get it, and a win on Sunday against USC would tie Tennessee for the second longest winning streak in history. The longest streak belongs to Louisiana Tech at 54. That should be interesting on Sunday, Megan, as you have UConn with its 3 national championships in the last 8 years going against a program with such great tradition in Southern California.
I know the Trojans would like to get back to some of that tradition.
Right. USC, of course, with Cheryl Miller, won a couple of national championships. Cynthia Cooper played there. Lisa Leslie played there. Some of the greatest players in the history of the game.
Yeah, the McGee twins, they've had quite a few.
And we'll have it for you 2 o'clock Sunday from the Civic Center. Off the inbound, O'Keefe defended by Crockett. She drives and runs right over Taurasi. That was a gamble by Taurasi. If they called it the other way, it would have been her 3rd. But no question it was a charge.
Yeah, she clearly had position. Nice weak side help. Rubbing her elbow. Looks like she landed on her right elbow.
And that will be the 2nd foul on O'Keefe. And that is not good news for the Crusaders, who could ill afford to lose her for any length of time. Bill Gibbons is going to have to gamble and keep her in there.
Yeah, and hope that the senior for the next 6.5 minutes will be smart and not commit any fouls.
Of course, the zone will protect her at least a bit. There's a strip in the lane by O'Connor, who's having a terrific early 14 minutes against the State University from her state.
Well, the Huskies keep trying to put the ball on the floor against the zone. The way to beat it is to pass.
Inside O'Keefe. This is Placek. Shot clock inside 10 again. Bush to pull up, uses the glass.
Oh, a nasty collision. After the shot was taken inside by Jessica Moore and Mary Rose Campbell.
3 points for Bush. She had a career-high 10 in the last game against Savannah State. Struggled with a fadeaway left of the lane.
Just a little glimpse of some of her scoring ability.
6 points for Struther, who was the National High School Player of the Year, won the Naismith Award last year.
You know, a lot of people compare her to Svetlana Abrasimova, but early on through practices, people are comparing her to Diana Taurasi.
Struther tries to run down the rebound, but touched it last. 12 seconds to shoot for the Crusaders. Nicole Wolf will return for the Huskies, replacing Turner, and O'Keefe will leave with the 2 fouls. She's replaced by Patty Fitzgerald for Holy Cross. Off the inbound, Taurasi got a hand on it, so 1 more second ticks off the shot clock, which now reads 11.
Now, Taurasi's 6 foot, but look at she's got the longest arms.
Like a pterodactyl. Is that what you call one?
Sounds good to me.
Out to Placek. Picked up by Conlon. Heck of a screen set by Campbell. O'Connor, shot blocked by Taurasi, picked up down low by Fitzgerald, and we should get a shot clock expiration now. They're going to say that the ball changed hands before the shot clock expired, and so instead it's just last touch by UConn. So the Crusaders will get a full 30 off the shot clock. Inbound pass to Placek, and Struther took it away. And Struther from her knees hits Conlon in stride and fouled by Placek. What a terrific move by Struther, A, to steal the ball, B, to have the recognition to look up, and then to look at this pass.
Pinpoint,
Right on the
just
fingertip.
great hustle. Underhand scoop pass.
Now, do they run drills practicing that? All right, team, gather around. Now we're going to practice the pass from your knees, underhand, 2 hands, to a player in full stride.
And she used her left hand, I think, a little bit predominantly there to force it. She's a right-handed kid, and that was just a great hustle play.
That foul on Placek was her first and 5 on the Crusaders. Conlon hits the free throws, and O'Keefe will return with the 2 fouls. As Fitzgerald will sit down. UConn by 4. The Huskies have won 9 straight from the Crusaders. including a 97-54 win almost exactly a year ago tonight. It was December 6th at the Civic Center. O'Keefe puts it on the floor, then shoots over more. Long rebound on a hop to Conlon. She's been all over the place.
She really has. Doing a good job, particularly in the defensive end, coming down there and going in there and grabbing that rebound.
Conlon finds Wolf, right side Struther. Down the stretch against Hawaii, where the Huskies really were tested, it was Conlon and not Wolf on the floor. Hit a huge three in that game. Struther, right side pull-up. Misses the shot. Good rebound position inside by Campbell.
Well, Campbell's just a worker in there. She's a strong body. She's listed at 5'11". I don't think she's even that tall, but boxed out Jessica Moore beautifully.
8th leading rebounder in the Patriot League. Leads the Crusaders in rebounds. Shot clock at 10 at the 4-minute mark. O'Connor left side placing. Cross court. Conlon got a hand on it. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. But first we're going to get an official timeout. 3:55 remaining in the first half, and it's a 4-point UConn lead.
Okay, UConn.
The Huskies did a year ago when they ran the table 39-0, winning their 3rd national championship and 2nd in 3 years. Diana Taurasi, piece of that puzzle, and the only starter back from that 39-0 team. Shot clock running down. Bush missed the rim, and this indeed will be a shot clock violation. Some token 3/4 court pressure by Holy Cross. Now they quickly go back in the zone, so that's the first time we've seen that look.
Well, Holy Cross, they will always mix it up defensively.
Wolf left side Conlon. It's UConn by 4 at the 3.5-minute mark. Struther to Conlon again. Gives to Taurasi. The shot clock inside 10 for the Huskies. Conlon already has 1 3. Good look down low to Moore. Misses the shot, directs the rebound, and Wolf picks it up for her first 2 of the night.
And Billy Gibbons is beside himself. You know, what else could they do? They got him to take a shot within 5 seconds of the shot clock.
Nice look inside to O'Connor, who lays it up off the glass.
Nice lead pass there from half court from Shannon Bush.
10 points for O'Connor as we look at the field goal shooting story.
Huskies getting stuck on that left side of the floor. Nice find.
Bad finish, and the ball hits the top of the backboard. So we'll go the other way. And UConn will put on some full court pressure. Moore at 6'3". Will defend the inbound pass thrown by Campbell.
In which you have to be careful of when you press, like what happened last time. Holy Cross got the layup. You got to make sure you keep that ball in front and don't give up an easy layup.
Bush in the backcourt, and Bill Gibbons calls the timeout and does a little, not sure, quite sure what that dance step was.
He didn't mean to call it timeout.
Oh, looked like a flamenco.
He's a very good dancer right here. Well, Bob, winning never goes out of fashion, nor do great songs.
Huskies by 4 as we look at some of the crowd here at the Centrum, a 14,800 seat facility. It opened in 1982. It's the home of the American Hockey League's Ice Cats. 4 times it has hosted NCAA hockey regionals. It hosted the NCAA men's basketball tournament rounds 1 and 2 back in 1992. And Bill Gibbons hopes that it will host some Holy Cross women's basketball games in the future, especially every time UConn comes up here.
Well, and this is terrific that this many people are even here on such a snowy night, but what was great about the Hart Center crowd a couple years ago, 4,000 people, standing room only. Many of the Holy Cross players mentioned it in their media guide as their most memorable sports moment.
Time running down again. Placek, wild shot, goes halfway down and comes out. Here's Wolf. Dribbles in traffic. If that's O'Keefe, it's her 3rd.
It
and
sure
it
is. That's trouble.
Never a good time to pick up your 3rd foul when you're your team's best player and you're shorthanded. But with 2:12 to go in the half, and you pick it up in the midcourt area,
yeah, and
you don't want to waste one that way.
And you saw her in the huddle saying, my bad, my bad. Well, her teammates, and Bill, I know Bill's thinking, I know it's your bad. You shouldn't have done it.
3 on her, 6 on the team. Taurasi for 3. Rebound inside, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound on the Huskies. If it's Strother, it's her second. And now it's going to be Jessica Moore.
So that's her second. Holy Cross doing an excellent job of boxing out every time the shot goes up.
15 foul on the Huskies. At the 2-minute mark, they lead it by only 4. So far, the Holy Cross game plan has worked to near perfection. Run the shot clock down, force UConn to play defense, and make it tough for the Huskies at the other end. What they've really done, Megan, is they've limited the number of shot opportunities for the Huskies.
Absolutely.
O'Connor for 3. Already has 2 of them. Long rebound to Fitzgerald. Still kept alive inside. Finally pulled down by Turner, and she falls over the end line. She might have had some help with that, but we will not get a foul, and instead it'll go to the Crusaders.
The pro UConn crowd here voicing their displeasure. Well, she got a little help falling. Might have been a little drama there by 33, but she had a little bit of help.
So with 1:20 to go in the half, Holy Cross down by 4 with the ball. With their best player, O'Keefe, on the bench with 3 fouls. Actually, O'Keefe and Fontana are their 2 best players. Fontana not in uniform tonight because of a sprained ankle. Plasek dribbles through the whole team, and Turner swats it away. Last touch by Moore with 6 seconds left in the shot clock. And now Bill Gibbons is really going to gamble. He puts O'Keefe back in on offense, so no doubt probably tried to get her out if a whistle allows him when it's time to go back and play defense. But this is a big-time gamble, Megan.
But you know what? I like it. I think it's a gutsy move. He's saying, kids, hey, I want to win this game. We're in this game, and I'm going to put in my best scorer with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock.
The ball will go to her, and O'Keefe is called, or the foul is called rather on Moore. That's number 2 on her, and number 6 on the Huskies. And the Crusaders will inbound again. Have you ever seen a team inbound the ball at the baseline under their own basket more in one half than Holy Cross has done tonight?
Honest to God, it seems like every possession they've done it.
Comes to Bush. Spins on Conlon, then finds O'Keefe, puts it on the floor, loses more, shoots over.
I tell you, that substitution proved to be a terrific move by Gibbons.
As long as she doesn't pick up a foul here at the other end.
And if UConn is smart, they'll go right at her.
O'Keefe in the middle of that back line in the 2-3 zone. Down low, the ball was deflected by O'Keefe and last touch by O'Connor. UConn will inbound with 15 seconds left in the shot clock, and now Bill Gibbons does get a stoppage, and it gives him a chance to take O'Keefe out. Fitzgerald replaces her, and Crockett replaces Moore for the Huskies. 15 left on the shot clock, 38.7 on the game clock. Crockett to Strother, and we're going to get, is this Taurasi's third?
Yep.
Away from the ball, Taurasi is called for her third. That's 7 on the Huskies.
A very calm Gino Auriemma here this evening.
That's
almost eerily so. I always used to say the worst is when he wouldn't say anything.
Right. Now with the new rule change, that's known as a team control foul, and even though it is number 7 on UConn, under the new rule, you don't shoot.
The 1-and-1, correct. So almost 30 seconds to go here.
About a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ashley Valley replacing Taurasi, and she's defending Plasek. And the steal by Ashley Valley goes right at Plasek and hits the tough shot. Shot clock off. O'Keefe, by the way, re-entered with the stoppage when the foul was called on Taurasi, and it pays off because she gets 2 more. So O'Keefe with 12 first half points, and Holy Cross is giving the defending national champions everything they can handle. We are halfway home at the Centrum, and it's UConn 27, Holy Cross 25.
We've got